What is overpopulation? The word overpopulation is basically self-explanatory. Overpopulation is being populated with an excessive number of inhabitants that are no longer sustainable to maintain. Overpopulation surpasses the capacity that certain place is able to hold. Today, in our world, overpopulation is a highly concerning problem due to the growing number of human beings and constantly increasing every day more. Balance is eventually lost. Today, many countries are facing struggles due to the lack of resources such as food and medical attention that are not enough for greatly increased amount of citizens. The top 5 overpopulated countries on the world are China, with more than 1 billion citizens. India, also with more than 1 billion citizens. The United States, with more than 326 million citizens. Indonesia, with more than 263 million citizens. And Brazil, with more than 211 million citizens. All of these countries are expected to keep increasing their population by at least 9.5% from now until the year 250. Absolutely all of these countries.
What are the causes of overpopulation? There are different causes for this issue, starting by the imbalance between the number of children born every year and the adults dying each year. The constant improving of technology has allowed medical facilities and implements to expand the lifespan of an average person, solving problems and discovering medicines that shorten the lifespan of a person is considered by many and the main and initial cause of overpopulation. The increase of middle and high class allows more people to live in comfort with the needed resources, not like in the past when just a little portion of the people were able to live properly. Fertility treatments for women that are not able to have babies have advanced intelligently, and we could say that almost everyone today would be able to have a baby. The lack of education and family planning on the people is extremely important. When humans are not sexually educated, they can end up with unwanted pregnancies, and eventually the kids born have a very big chance of following the parents' steps and lack of education. What are the consequences of overpopulation? The main consequence of overpopulation is climate change, which eventually would lead to habitat loss. First, the loss of fresh water. The demand of fresh water increased due to the amount of people living on Earth. The supply for drinkable water started lowering. Indeed, if the amount of fresh water started decreasing, then the living things that live in an ecosystem depending on a water source would start to slowly extinct. The extinction of species. The extinction of species is happening due to climate change, habitat loss, pollution, acidifying of water, overpopulation of natural resources, overfishing, and especially due to human overpopulation. The planet Earth has been changed and modified in order to accommodate to human needs, causing all these changes and damages to the different species and ecosystems. Low life expectancy. In countries where the amount of people affect the living conditions such as health and the supply for resources are not the best or they are not enough, are lowering the quality of life, causing low life expectancy. The decrease of natural resources. Human consumption started fading out the available resources. They started exploding the supplies the earth had to offer. Supplies such as fossil fuels, fresh water, arable land, coral reefs, forests, and others. The increase of natural diseases. Overpopulation combined with the degradation of the environment is helping the amount of malnutrition in people to increase, causing diseases to spread worldwide. More crime. As the amount of people living on Earth increases, the need and search for resources, basic needs, and good condition of life is going to increase, making competitions between people, increasing crime possibilities. What are some possible solutions and methods for overpopulation? First one, providing different contraceptives options for both sexes, improving education, providing sexual education, creating awareness of the environment and the possible effects of overpopulation in it, creating empowerment of women, promoting family planning, and raising the age of marriage. Different methods in which countries have prevented overpopulation. Different countries worldwide had invented different methods in order to promote the change in our population and to decrease the amount of people living on Earth, such as that China's one-child policy control. In Russia, if people have kids on June 12th, they get benefits such as free appliances. In India, they paid couples to try and have babies the latest as possible. They paid 5,000 rupees to the couple who waited 2 years to have their first kid. In Uzbekistan, they sterilized women after having their second child. And lastly, in Iran, they provide free condoms and mandatory contraceptives.
Is there enough awareness and importance? For now, human overpopulation can be slowed, stopped, and reversed, but not many people think about it or realize that it will eventually affect them. According to the United Nations, in a decade, human population can go back to normal if everyone is aware and caring for the conflict. But if people are not fully aware and concerned about this problem, this would lead to human destruction.